breaking news. We have evidence that Satoshi Nakamoto just intervened in the 2024 election, and a 4 million Bitcoin U.S. strategic reserve, currently worth $240 billion, just got confirmed. Get ready for Mo-ass, my friends.
Mo-ass.
The mother of all supply shocks is here. Stay until the finish because we're going to reveal just how bullish this is for Bitcoin and why history will remember this 5th of November. This may be the most bullish show in Bitcoin's history. Send it! Yo, you guys remember when this fake news came out? Yeah, I was pretty tore up too. Like I said, that news was not real. But you know what is real news? This.
It's Bobby's decision. I came into this supporting him wholeheartedly to win this election. And I have to say there's only one party that has obstructed a fair election for us. And unfortunately, it was the Democratic Party. They've done everything they can, including creating PACs to prevent us from being able to have ballot access.
You were saying that you could stay in and run the risk of Kamala Harris win, or you could walk and you could join forces with Donald Trump. When you say join forces, Nicole, what do you mean specifically?
This idea of a unity party, an idea of us coming around these principles of fighting for liberty in this country, fighting for our children's health. Over 50% of children are diagnosed with some chronic disease, and we are willing to work with anyone who is sincere in their endeavor to fix and address this issue.
You talk about this as being Bobby's decision. Do you see a home for RFK Jr. in the Trump administration, Health and Human Services, something to that extent?
I would fully support it. I would fully support a strong partnership dedicated to this issue. A lot of, people comment that in his first term, he didn't accomplish many of the things that mothers really were hoping he would do. However, I think that he is sincere.
Okay, here we go, Rustin talking politics again. No, where's that Joker meme at? Don't miss the forest for the trees. Bitcoin has already broken politics and it'll be verified this Friday. Welcome back to the most bullish Bitcoin news show on the planet. I'm your chief propagandist, Rustin. Now you're going to want to check this out.
RFK Jr. could drop out of the race potentially by the end of this week. I got his reaction to that. Have you spoken to him in the last 24 hours?
No, I haven't, but I respect him. I've respected him for a long time. I mean, I know where he's coming from, and it's a little different philosophy. Very smart guy, however, and I had heard he was thinking about it for a period of time, but no, I have not heard this, what you're telling me.
He's going to be in Arizona on Friday. Would you have him on stage with you at your rally?
Well, I think I'm going to be there on Friday. We have a big crowd. I would always be honored to. I mean, if he endorsed me, would I be honored by that? Absolutely.
Do you see what just happened? Political parties are old news. What does have power are populist movements on the mission to preserve individual liberty. That's why Ron Paul garnered so much enthusiasm. They flew a blimp across the country. Not trying to compare either of these guys to the GOAT, Ron Paul, but independent presidential candidate RFK Jr., who was a lifelong Democrat, will be joining Trump. But why? Let's go ahead and look at this chain of events. Starting with the fake news. After that, we can see Kamala proudly debuted her full-blown communist economic policies.
Work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
Absolute Weimar type stuff. I mean, just look at it. But then news began circulating that Kamala was considering none other than a certain lady's old accountant and current SEC chairman Gary Gensler as U.S. Treasurer. You can't make this shit up. That's when Shanahan said they would make the move to ensure statism doesn't win and Bitcoin is protected at all costs. That's right. Satoshi just intervened in the 2024 election, which is why you can count on this.
If I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
I intend, as President of the United States, to sign an executive order on day one, directing the Department of Justice to transfer the approximately 200,000 Bitcoin held by the U.S. government to the United States Treasury, where it will be held as a strategic asset. I will sign another executive order directing the U.S. Treasury to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the U.S. has built a reserve of at least 4 million Bitcoins. I will sign also an executive order that all transactions between Bitcoin and the U.S. dollar are unreportable transactions and, by extension, non-taxable. The cascading impact from these actions will eventually move Bitcoin to a valuation of hundreds of trillions of dollars.
This is the Bitcoin Reserve Bill. A network of secure storage vaults, purchase program, and other programs to ensure the transparent management of Bitcoin holdings of the federal government. Over 5 years, the United States will assemble 1 million Bitcoin, 5% of the world's supply. With a strategic Bitcoin reserve, we will have an asset that can cut our debt in half. And as Michael Saylor said yesterday, if we put $3.3 million in a Bitcoin reserve, we will eliminate the United States debt. We will be debt-free because of Bitcoin.
Now, what happens after November 5th and the U.S. begins accumulating 550 Bitcoin a day? Well, a chain reaction that could lead to the O-f***ing. What's the O-f***ing? I thought you'd never ask. The O-f***ing is when Bitcoin is suddenly in such high demand that it's not available on exchanges and no one knows what price it is because there fucking isn't one. O-f***indeed. Guess what? The O-f***ing is nigh. What will that look like? Could all the Bitcoin be gone from exchanges in 7 months? And what the fuck is this all gonna do to Bitcoin's price? Well, you probably better take a second to mentally prepare. And while we're at it, look at our likes.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Give us a pound as we pay tribute to our sponsors, the Bitcoin Way. Guys, being that we live in clown world, it's pretty easy to understand the why Bitcoin, but over at the Bitcoin Way, that's where you're going to learn how to Bitcoin. Check out their newly revamped website. If you're looking to become a master of Bitcoin self-custody, no one makes it easier. From setting up your first wallet node to inheritance planning to everything Bitcoin sovereignty, they got you covered. Hey, and if you're looking to get started, you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with the Bitcoin Way using that link in the show notes. Okay, here's a glimpse of what's to come after November 5th. And the United States kicks global Bitcoin geopolitical game theory into hyperdrive.
Previously on Simply Bitcoin Originals.
All right, time for the big finish. Here we go. Johnny.
Huh? Yes.
Go ahead and pass me those bath salts. Okay. All right, now for the real propaganda bullish scenario. Institutional investors accumulate 228,000 Bitcoin per month, 40,000 per month from our flailing two-man retail FOMO, 50,000 from government adoption, and 30,000 due to inevitable economic shift tailwinds in our favor. Adds up to a total bullish market accumulation of 348,000 Bitcoin a month. So 2.45 million Bitcoin left on exchanges divided by 348,000 Bitcoin per month means only 7 months left to buy Bitcoin. Oh, God. Call a doctor. Giga Chad, tell them where we're headed and give them the Mega Bulltard case. These aren't normies. They can handle it.
Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then.
Do you feel that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach right now? That feeling you don't have enough Bitcoin? That, my friends, is max pain theory.
If Bitcoin does shoot up to 1 million, that's probably max pain for the largest number of people. Instead of being able to make a material difference in your financial economic situation by acquiring a lot of Bitcoin, quintillionaires are going to buy up all the Bitcoin, drive the price up, and you'll still have this divide between the rich and the poor instead of that being equalized. So basically, 8 billion people are not going to be able to get in early. You're not going to get Bitcoin at sub 1 million anymore. You'll be getting it at 1 million or more. It's probably going to happen and catch us off guard, and we're all going to be unprepared. That's the basis of max pain theory.
Front run the nation states, and don't forget to remember this 5th of November, because history won't. Space Monkeys!
And sacrifice himself for greater good.
Click here, because the race to 4 million Bitcoin kicks off this November 5th. Escape the bunker, traveling this week, about to celebrate the wife's birthday this weekend. Gonna get a hike in, gonna be awesome. But I'll be back in the saddle to piss off the status next week. Hope you enjoyed this one, and remember, if you ain't bullish, you're foolish. Catch you next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, fuck you.